Hello, everybody. Hello, Spiritual Biz peeps. It is me, Kimberly Maska, your fearless leader here in Spiritual Biz Success. And I was watching a post earlier. I believe it was Dean had posted, what are your biggest obstacles that you face as an entrepreneur? He said entrepreneur. I'm going to go with spiritual entrepreneur. So I thought I would just answer your responses right here live so that you can get my responses to what's going on. So first we have Heather. Heather says her biggest thing is algorithms. Just because they exist and she's in Reiki and all that, Heather, forget algorithms. You don't need them at all. What you really need is to be able to connect at a soul level with your clients. That's it. And that's what I show my clients to do all the time, because it is about the soul connection. And when you're connecting with them at a soul level, it's no longer about selling and algorithms and getting people out there. And it's about a soul connection. So you can get rid of the whole idea of algorithms and all that crazy nonsense. And then Christina says financial fluctuations and cancellations that change the forecast. Well, Christina, the problem there is that you're probably working one-on-one with your clients. And when you can get rid of that one-on-one model, you don't have to worry anymore about cancellations and fluctuations. I mean, fluctuations always happen. That's part of the business because it is a living, breathing entity. But it is not quite that bad when you have a system in place to be able to show yourself how to bring in clients consistently, how to have a tribe consistently, and how to connect with them. So it's that soul connection that keeps you from having those massive fluctuations. So let's see. Then Cody says shipping costs because Cody is shipping drums from Africa. And so one of the things I talk about is not actually having a physical thing that you sell. It's about working with your intellectual property. It's about your gifts, your spiritual gifts. So, but yeah, if you want to do actual physical product, you're going to have to be shipping that from somewhere. And Annie talks about having to make all the things, containers and all that stuff. Again, guys, you are so talented as spiritual entrepreneurs. Take that talent, take that knowledge, and use that to shift lives instead of physical things. Physical things are fine, drums and little gifts and crystals, and that's all great, but your knowledge that you have is far greater than any of that. So I would highly recommend moving away from that and moving away from the physical things and moving into actually shifting lives. And then Todd says being broke until the business takes off. Financially, that's all you do. Well, Todd, sometimes you've got to get out of scarcity to create. So if you want to create amazing business, maybe you have to get a little job just so that you're not in financial scarcity. Because when you're in scarcity, you can't create finances from scarcity. You have to go neutral and then be able to create. And then Susan says connecting with her tribe, which is why she's here. And Susan actually just joined Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. Congratulations, Susan. And so I will be showing her how to connect with her tribe at an amazing level. And then Sarah says taxes. So Sarah, with taxes, here's my response to taxes, is that I'd rather pay lots of taxes because that means I'm making lots of money. So don't let taxes be too scary. They're actually kind of fun. Enjoy the fact that you've created such an amazing business that you have to pay taxes at the end of the year. Let's see, Wolf Timothy says, first impressions and selling myself in a material world with minimal material. So that's a really interesting thing. So first of all, if you're thinking in the frames of selling yourself, you're right. You are having a problem because that's not what you're doing at all. As a spiritual entrepreneur and a spiritual leader, what you should be doing is serving people. And when you have a soul connection with your tribe and you're serving them at the highest level, there is no selling. And so your first impressions are your soul connection with them. There's not even about like a big ta-da impression. It's about that soul connection with them. And then let's see, B talks about self-doubt. Well, B, if you've got self-doubt, you just got to remember that you are connected to source, and that source connection is flowing through you, and infinite intelligence is flowing through you. And you wouldn't doubt infinite intelligence now, would you? So you probably need to remove that self-doubt. Find a way to flip it. If you have a thought that comes into your head that makes you feel wobbly or create some sort of limiting belief in your head, create a replacement for it. A replacement could be something as simple as infinite intelligence flows freely through me and I can accomplish anything. Something simple like that. Deborah talks about balance. Well, I think we're always looking for balance, but when you're in complete joy in what you're doing and you've created a spiritual business where you're serving at an amazing level and you're seeing the results that your clients are getting, the balance kind of works itself in. It's pretty interesting. A couple of the other ones are marketing. And management, time management is another big one. Human resources management. So Adam, human resources management, when you own your own company, you don't need to worry about human resources, not very much. Let's talk about marketing. So learning to market as a millennial, you don't have to learn to market as a millennial. That's actually not very good, because most marketing actually doesn't work. So what's really interesting is that most marketing, because it's missing the soul connection, it goes right back to your soul connection, always. All right, let's see. And so let's talk about time management. There's the other one, because that came up a few times here. So time management, when my clients join Spiritual Biz Bootcamp, they get this cool thing. Hold on. It's called the Panda Planner. You guys can get it on Amazon. It's like 40 bucks. But this Panda Planner, which is one of the gifts I give when people join bootcamp, is amazing. And I use it to manage my time. And so my team jokes that if it doesn't make it into my Panda Planner, it doesn't get done, which is really true. And so when you have something to kind of guide you through planning, that's time management. Another great trick to do is look at your calendar, block off a specific time. On Fridays from 2 to 6, I'm going to focus on my business, and that's all I'm going to do. So you have to really block off your time, be really specific, because if you're not specific to the time you're going to allocate towards your business, it will get away from you. So that's how I would work on time management. And then Carol said time management and economy. Guys, when you're in full flow and you're creating, you don't have to worry about the economy, because the economy is almost irrelevant, because you're in flow and you're attracting and creating the abundance that you deserve and desire. And then, let's see, Ivy does time management, full-time job, home responsibilities. I'll just say this, Ivy, one of my most successful clients, she had 3 children under the age of 5 when she joined my boot camp. So she had been working. She was a stay-at-home mom then with these 3 beautiful children, and she managed to do it. So sometimes it's just about organizing that time. I know it doesn't sound easy, but you definitely have to have the self-care. You mentioned that. So making sure that you are working smarter, not harder. And again, time management to me comes back to having a plan, and that plan is your Panda Planner. That's what I would recommend. And then Tasha says having time, again, time to work on her focus and focus on her passion. So you're right, Spirit does have it under control, but time management is it is a big thing for most people. It truly is. And so we all had the same amount of hours, the same amount of minutes, and it's just how are you using them? So you need to start to look at that. I know sometimes it's going to feel impossible. The kids are there, you've got to cook dinner and everything, but I've known enough clients to come through that have full-time jobs and are creating this and have families and have kids, and I've seen them do it, so I know for a fact that it can be done. So those are my responses to your biggest obstacles, and that was the post that we had over in the group here. I will put this video underneath that group post so that you can get all the answers to the video, and there you go. So if you're looking to get rid of all that time management, all the stuff, get the focus, right? You need the focus, because if you're not creating abundance through your spiritual business, I don't know what you're doing. I truly don't know what you're doing, because when you're creating in flow and you're creating and serving at the highest level, it shows in the rest of your life. So if you're ready to begin to create your spiritual business, get rid of all of these humps that you talked about, it's exactly what we address in bootcamp. So I can show you exactly how to overcome those obstacles so that you can focus, get your spiritual business out there, and begin creating the life that you deserve and desire. I will post the link up above to my training. Watch the training, see if we are a vibrational match, and book a team with my call. I'll see you guys in the next video.